As a CDPAP personal assistant, your day is spent managing medications, assisting with mobility, and providing direct care. But right now, you are likely swapping that physical labor for hours spent navigating a sudden, state-mandated administrative transition. New York is consolidating hundreds of fiscal intermediaries into a single statewide fiscal intermediary called PPL. With roughly 700,000 consumers and caregivers moving through this bottleneck at once, the system is overwhelmed. Phone hold times stretch for hours, and minor paperwork errors are triggering automatic rejections. To bypass that queue and secure your continued payroll, you need to navigate the PPL at-home portal correctly on your first try. Step by step, we are going to walk through how to clear the document hurdles, avoid the common lockouts, and generate the official ID you need to guarantee uninterrupted pay. Step 1 happens before you even open your browser. You must gather 4 specific pieces of information: your Social Security number, your I-9 identification documents, your bank routing details, and the exact spelling of your consumer association, the person you are caring for. The I-9 documentation is strict. You need to prepare either a valid U.S. passport on its own or a combination of 2 documents, your state-issued driver's license and your Social Security card. Having these exact materials digitized and ready on your device prevents the portal from timing out while you search for them. Preparing this file folder in advance is the single most effective way to prevent a mid-registration lockout. With your documents ready, the next step is accessing the portal. Before you click anything, you have to verify the source. Scammers are actively sending fraudulent text messages posing as mobile health or PPL to steal financial data. You can identify a legitimate portal invitation by checking the exact web address. Official emails will only come from addresses ending in @pplfirst.com. The only secure entry point is the official URL, pplathome.pplfirst.com. If a link does not match this exactly, do not click it. Once you securely log in, steps 1 through 3 of the portal cover your basic profile setup. You will be prompted to enter your personal identifiers, including your Social Security number, date of birth, and your preferred communication method. Step 4 is your consumer associations. There is nothing to fill out here. Your only task is to visually verify that the correct name of the consumer you provide care for appears on the screen. In Step 5, you will set up your electronic signature to authorize your tax forms. Instead of struggling with the manual drawing tool on your phone screen, simply type your name and select the Generate by Name function. By carefully verifying your entry link and locking in this basic profile data, you have successfully secured your digital identity within the new state architecture. Now we move to Step 6. This section houses the required financial documents that must be engaged: your IRS Form W-4, your State Form NYIT 2104I, the Personal Assistant Agreement, and the Payment Method Form. For the Payment Method Form, you have 3 options. Route your pay via direct deposit to a bank account, send it to a third-party money app, or load it onto a new prepaid debit card issued by PPL. The portal tracks your progress using a fraction system. If a document requires your signature or information, it will display a red 0/1. Once you successfully sign and submit it, that indicator flips to a green 1/1, marking the form as complete. However, you might find that certain forms are blocked. This happens because of a strict administrative dependency. A personal assistant cannot complete their final paperwork until their associated consumer finishes their respective forms first. If you are locked out here, your consumer needs to log in and sign their documents. Once the forms are clear, you reach Step 7, Required Documents. This is where you upload the image files we prepared earlier, specifically your I-9 photo identification and the proof of your medical health assessment. The processing team applies strict quality control to these uploads. If your photos are blurry, cropped, or obscured by glare, your application will be rejected and sent back to in review status, delaying your clearance. Ensuring your consumer completes their side of the portal and providing flawless image uploads is the direct difference between a swift payroll transition and weeks of unpaid administrative limbo. Step 8 is your summary screen. Before you hit submit, review the entire checklist one last time. Verify that every single indicator is marked green, confirming no data is missing. Once you confirm, initiate the final submission. Immediately after submitting, a pop-up confirmation window will appear on your screen. This window contains your two most vital pieces of information, your tracking number and your official PPL ID. Stop and capture this screen immediately. Take a screenshot or physically write both numbers down on a piece of paper. If you ever need to contact a CDPAP facilitator or a customer service agent, you are required to provide these identifiers. Capturing this final confirmation screen is your ultimate proof of compliance. It serves as your personal insurance policy against systemic data loss during the transition. With your submission complete, your account enters the waiting phase. Your application is now officially marked as in review by the state's processing team. At this stage, do not attempt to log into the Time for Care app. The Time for Care app is the mobile timekeeping application used to clock your hours and submit timesheets. Premature login attempts will only generate an error message stating you lack an established consumer association, so you must wait until your paperwork is fully cleared. If days pass and you need a status update, you will encounter the severe customer service bottleneck. Callers are routinely placed on brief holds, only to be forced into an automated loop that asks for a phone number and promises a callback that rarely comes. To bypass this automated queue, you need a tactical workaround. Dial the support line at exactly 8 a.m. Eastern Time when the call center opens. Alternatively, selecting the Spanish or Mandarin language prompts often routes you to a bilingual agent in under 5 minutes, skipping the English queue entirely. Your final trigger for success is patience. Once the state processing team finishes reviewing your file, you will receive an official approval text or email. Only then should you download the Time for Care app and begin logging your hours. By executing your portal registration meticulously and using these support strategies when needed, you bypass the administrative roadblocks. You insulate yourself from the chaos of the transition, ensuring your caregiving work continues and your paychecks arrive on time.